Hello and welcome to a special edition of Spotlight on Broadway. I'm Pat Collins, and for the next half hour, it's all about the Tonys. 33 productions competed for nominations, including 20 plays, 10 musicals, and 3 special performances. There are many famous names on Tony's list, including Broadway veterans Diana Rigg, Glenda Jackson, and Denzel Washington, as well as newcomers Amy Schumer, Renee Fleming, and Tina Fey. Tina's Mean Girls and SpongeBob SquarePants the Musical have the most nominations, a total of 12. Also on the list of productions with double-digit nominations are the Tony Shalhoub musical The Band's Visit, a revival of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Carousel, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child Parts 1 and 2, and a revival of My Fair Lady. The race is on from now to June 10th. Joining me to summarize the major categories in that race are Ernabel Demillo, Merlin Fahey, and Donna Hannover. Donna, what are the most competitive categories, in your opinion?
Well, 2 of them are Best Actress in a Play and Best Actress in a Musical. So let's begin with the nominees in the musical category. Come on, baby. The Best Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role in a Musical nominees include LaShawne's for Summer, the Donna Summer musical. Beautiful and Waitress star Jessie Mueller for her performance in Rodgers and Hammerstein's Carousel, and Katrina Lenk in The Band's Visit.
Everyone's job got much easier as soon as Katrina was in the show. And I would not say that the process was easy. I mean, creating a new work is not always easy, but we always knew that we had her at the center, her and Tony at the center. And so, we always had that, so when in doubt, just go to them.
Tony nominee newcomers include Lauren Ambrose for My Fair Lady.
Sleep, sleep, I couldn't sleep tonight, not for all the jewels in the crown. I could have danced all night, I could have danced all night, and still have begged for more.
HAILEY Kilgore, Once on This Island.
Even the fish in the sea must be longing to fly, catching a glimpse of the stranger in white racing by. Oh gods, are you there?
And Taylor Louderman in Mean Girls.
I remember looking at my phone, it was like 8:35, and I was like, okay, it would have happened. It would have happened by now. All right, I'm okay. And then like a minute later, just boom, 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 boom. So much love. And my heart was racing, and my mom was so proud, and my little sisters were so proud. It's so cool. It's so cool.
In the Best Performance by a Leading Actress in a Play category, 2-time Oscar winner Glenda Jackson, who last appeared on Broadway in 1988, returns to star in Edward Albee's 3 Tall Women. She competes against Condola Rashad in St. Joan and comedian Amy Schumer in Meteor Shower. And Lauren Ridloff, who stars in Mark Medoff's play about the romance between a deaf woman and a hearing man in Children of a Lesser God.
Did your not going home anymore after you were 18, did that have anything to do with your sister's friends? The boys that you were going out with? Let me help you, damn it!
We really are setting the standard, the precedent for the rest of Broadway that ought to be following us. We are so accessible. We have super titles. We have interpreted performances. We have captions that can be downloaded onto an iPhone. I mean, we have it all.
In the Best Play category, the protagonists include an eccentric king and one of England's most famous fictional heroes. That young wizard Harry Potter is now a dad, and so the adventure begins again in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Parts 1 and 2, with a total of 10 nominations.
I wake up late in the mornings, so it's about 9 o'clock, so it just happened. And I saw T's name come up in the phone. It's like, yeah, okay, it's just a friend. And they say, girl, you've been nominated, congratulations. I was like, what? The Tonys. I was like, oh my God, yes, I forgot that's today. Well, yesterday now, but it was a lovely, lovely thing. And what a lovely person, a friend, to tell me. It was perfect.
I was lying in bed because it was quite early. And then I just got loads and loads of texts through on my phone. And I was just freaking out a bit. And I just FaceTimed my mum, my dad, my brother, and we had a little dance virtually around my apartment, which is nice.
If you didn't already know the answers to the questions you're about to ask me, how do you know if I'm telling you the truth?
Oh, very good. Got a point. Could be a problem.
Seeing as you know nothing about me.
But I do have a solution to that.
You do?
Yes, but I can't tell you what it is.
You can't?
No.
Why?
I can't tell you that either. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be tricky about it.
No, it's quite all right.
Oh, good. Then we have a perfect understanding.
Mark Rylance stars in Farinelli and the King, written by his wife, Claire Van Kempen. Pulitzer Prize winner Ayod Akhtar takes on 1980s Wall Street in Junk.
I'm at $100 million in liquid assets. Bob, she doesn't want me to take any more risks. She wants me to stop.
She or you?
I don't want you to be mad.
4, maybe 5 million. That's what you came to me with 7 years ago.
Well, it was Macy's money.
No.
It was all hers, her dad.
No, that was hers. The rest, I made you. I make you rich.
I had a 10-month sort of research period before I started to write Junk, and I have a lot of friends in the business, in the Wall Street business, and I'm familiar with some of the history, but sort of really going into the nitty-gritty and the granular details, picking apart the Revlon deal, the RJR Nabisco deal, sort of getting into the weeds on the beat by beat of mergers and acquisitions, all of that sort of stuff was where the play was going to live and breathe, because I take a deal and I put it on stage. So I wanted all of those facts not only to have punch and attack, but I wanted them to be accurate.
Rounding out this category, The Children by Lucy Kirkwood.
I'm going back to work at the power station. You're not serious? Yes. Yes, I mean, yes. Someone has to restore control.
Rose, are you sure you want
people to do that? Yes, but they're all so young. Most of the engineers are under 35.
But it's their job, it's what they're trained for.
Yes, but lots of them have families. Their whole lives ahead. And I feel very strongly that it's not fair. Every day there is less life. They've raised the radiation exposure limit from 100 millisieverts to 250
Yes,
millisieverts.
we heard.
And these young people, these children, basically, actually with their whole lives ahead. And it's not fair, it's not right, it seems wrong, doesn't it?
And Latin History for Morons, John Leguizamo's one-man show.
I'm embarrassed that I did not know enough about my ancestry to pass on to my kids. I mean, I kind of sort of knew about our land timeline. What is that? Everybody knows that, right? 1000 BC, we had Mayans, and then we have now.
3 of the nominated shows up for Best Musical have at least one thing in common, don't they, Merlin?
3 of the 4 musicals are based on movies. One was inspired by an indie film, and the other 2 were big screen hits with strong young women in charge.
Now that's a party. A
party. 2 big brand name musicals lead the way with 12 Tony nominations. Mean Girls, who counts among its producers Saturday Night Live creator Lorne Michaels, with the book written by Tina Fey.
I did cry a little bit, which is I've never cried over an Emmy nomination or a Golden Globe, but right. I surprised myself. Yeah, I guess I didn't quite realize how much this meant to me until it happened.
I was just so nervous. There's no way I wanted to watch. I was just going to work out until somebody just bumped into me later in the day. I told her not to. You come home from the gym, don't even. I can't even make eye contact with you. I was very nervous about it.
Tina's sort of personality feels very musical, and I've known that she's always been a fan of musical theater, and same thing with Jeff Richmond, her husband. So I knew it felt right. And I knew from the movie that I was a big fan of it, and so I just knew that this one would sing as opposed to not sing, and so I knew that we would be able to make it theatrical.
You know, dreams are coming true. And then we had to do a show last night. You know, now we still do the show, but we get to sort of do it as Tony-nominated actors, which is unreal.
Welcome to North Shore High.
SpongeBob SquarePants, based on the animated series, also got a nomination for its book by Kyle Jarrow.
Tina Landau and her brilliant design team have created just a world of wonder that feels very earthbound. You walk into the theater and I say it feels like a warm blanket is put over you. It's just, you're immediately engaged and moved by what you're seeing. And then you have these brilliant performers every night who do a million different things over the course of the show. These wonderful songs, these hooky, melodic, moving, fun, percussive, dramatic songs that were contributed to the show. And the world of SpongeBob, which I think speaks to everyone.
It's a typical, incredible, regular, exceptional, extraordinary bikini bottom day.
Disney's Frozen is another hit show based on the popular movie.
I think any story that promotes the idea of love being the answer is something that everyone in the world could use. Whether they know it already or whether they don't, I think that that's a really great point to always drive home as often as possible, and I think that's something that Frozen does.
And the band's visit with 11 Tony nominations.
Stick a pin in the map of the desert. Build a road to the middle of the desert. Pour cement on the spot in the desert. That's Beta Tikva. Welcome to nowhere.
Film is a completely different medium, deceptively different than stage. You don't have the visual storytelling tools that you'd have in a film. You can't do close-ups, you can't have these haunting pans across a desert landscape. You have to create that feeling theatrically somehow. But I come down on the side of being really grateful that the film exists because it sort of gave us everything. It gave us the spark that we needed.
The first song was actually the closing number, Answer Me, which is sort of the ballad. I just saw these characters and then expanded it to people you would see on the subway, or, you know, I just thought everybody is longing for something, some kind of connection, and I think it starts getting deeper and deeper until you realize that the connection's there, so what they're longing for is whatever it is that removes the obstacles to that connection. It can be a religious thing, it can be spiritual, it can be humanistic. That song popped out first.
Once, not long ago, a group of musicians came to Israel from Egypt. You probably didn't hear about it. It wasn't very important.
You're only looking in a mirror.
And I share this with you as a Middle Eastern kid. Never really thought there would be a pathway for me to have a career, so this is kind of the icing on top. I mean, it was exciting enough to be employed as an actor to begin with, and it's just so exciting. It's just so exciting.
And there's nowhere you don't
Moving on to the category Kevin Kline won last year for Present Laughter.
This year, the category is just as competitive as last year. Here are the nominees for Best Actor in a Play, beginning with a former Tony winner.
Why can't the English teach their children how to speak? This verbal class distinction by now should be antique. If you spoke as she does say instead of the way you do, why you might be selling flowers too.
I beg your...
The contenders for Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role in a Musical are Harry Haddon Payton as Professor Higgins in My Fair Lady.
I knew it was coming out this morning, but apparently there was a time that it came out. And anyway, I had various messages suddenly bleep up on my phone, and that was it.
Joshua Henry is up for Rodgers and Hammerstein's Carousel.
I was in a Holiday Inn Express with my wife Catherine and my son Samson, and we were chilling out. We had just woken up, and it was great to see just friends getting nominated from different shows, but from our show specifically, so many.
You can stay here with us tonight if you want.
No, no. You have done too much already.
Tony Shalhoub plays the conductor of an Egyptian band stranded in Israel in The Band's Visit.
Well, it's unbelievable because I never would have imagined that I would be nominated in this category. I'm not known for my musical, ability. It's never really been in my wheelhouse.
We wanted Tony Shalhoub from the beginning, and I didn't care whether he could sing or not. It was sort of like, we'll get him there. I spent a lot of time convincing him, please do this show, because it's just so clear that this is a performance that requires such intensity through the quiet. You have to express so much without forcing it or manipulating. And who is better than Tony Shalhoub? It's all there. It's not just in the face because it's theater, so it's in the way you stand, it's in every inflection of your voice. He is naturally a musician, and you can hear it in the way he delivers lines, not just in singing, but in the way he says things.
He doesn't want to sing. And so it's like, or he was concerned about it, and he has, it was just something that he'd always wanted to do. I don't want to speak for Tony. He is a world-class actor, and we had to have him, and we had to keep it.
And newcomer Ethan Slater is the sponge himself in SpongeBob SquarePants, the musical.
It's like a sort of dream come true. I mean, I've been a fan of Broadway forever. I watched the Tonys my whole life on TV, and so to hear my name read out as part of this group was totally surreal.
In the category of Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role in a Play, the nominees are Oscar and Tony winner Denzel Washington in Eugene O'Neill's The Iceman Cometh.
Trash away from me. I am immune suppressed.
I am a health professional. I know what I'm doing.
Andrew Garfield for Angels in America.
It stinks. Any word from Lewis? Gone.
He'll be back. I know the type. Likes to keep a girl on edge.
It's been...
How long?
I don't remember.
How long have you been here?
I don't remember.
Broadway newcomer Jamie Parker playing the lead in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Parts 1 and 2.
In a very early preview in London, I came home without my glasses on. So you've got people who've waited for years, saved thousands of pounds to fly halfway across the world, and here it is. Music starts, on comes Harry Potter. Why is he not wearing his glasses? So there are now like 36,000 pairs of glasses around the theatre.
Mark Rylance is up for his role in Farinelli and the King.
Your voice, it's not natural, is it?
No.
Neither is it natural for me to be king, do you know that?
And another English actor, Tom Hollander, for Travesties.
And I've only one request to make of you.
Why, for God's sake, cannot you contrive just once to wear the jacket that is suggested by your trousers?
For the last two categories, Ernabel has all the essential information, as you always do.
Oh, thank you, Pat. I love revivals, and some of my favorites are back. Eliza Doolittle, T. Moon, and Julie Jordan are the fictional female characters in the 3 productions competing for a Tony Award in the Best Revival of a Musical category. All looking for Tony glory this year. Classic musicals did well in the revival category, with Rodgers and Hammerstein's Carousel leading with 11 overall.
From the get-go, I think the whole creative team was very much encouraging of presenting a very dance-forward production of Carousel, more so than has ever been done in the past. And so there was a huge amount of support and investment towards the choreography of the show, and just also encouragement to develop unique movement vocabulary and explore structural ideas and things of that nature. So it's been like such a joy to go through all that process.
So I actually watched New York 1 yesterday because I wanted to see, you know, I basically wanted to cheer on my colleagues, and I knew they were almost all going to be nominated, and the show itself is revival, but I did not expect to see my name there. So that was a shock. My daughter and I had a lot of screaming and jumping up and down.
I was at home with my wife and my almost 3-year-old. She'll be 3 on May 8th. And we were just hanging out doing family stuff. And my wife said, hey, they're announcing the Tonys soon. And I was like, oh, right. So we flicked on the computer and went to the Tony site and watched the announcement. And it was surreal. It was great. I mean, we did a little celebration, family dance around the living room. And then, it was a really wonderful way to share the news, was just being with my 2 favorite people. So it was great.
Followed by Lerner and Lowe's My Fair Lady with 10.
And where is that soggy plane?
In Spain, in Spain.
The rain is faces mainly in the plain.
This story of a person who overcomes class and gender to prove herself to be an equal. I have this kind of theory that Eliza, in her own way, is a bit of a genius, and actually is smarter than even Higgins is, and she's so gifted and so intelligent. And I just wanted to bring that out and just show a piece that had this transformation that I think was essentially what Shaw intended. I think Shaw was writing for Mrs. Patrick Campbell at the time, and she was her own kind of genius. And he wanted to make a very special, extraordinary character, and I think we just put a lot of effort, luckily with Lauren Ambrose to help, to make that, to prove that hypothesis, that it's really Eliza's musical and really a story about her transformation with the help of Higgins and with this deep relationship she has with him.
And rounding out the category is Once on This Island. A hit show imported from London, an Edward Albee play, a Eugene O'Neill classic, a dramedy from playwright Kenneth Lonergan, and Tony Kushner's riveting masterpiece set in the 1980s are contending for the Tony for Best Revival of a Play. Angels in America made Broadway history with its 11 overall nominations, the first for a production of a play ever. It also scored a nomination for its director, Marion Elliott.
You'll find, my friend, that what you love will take you places you never dreamed you'd go.
I knew the nominations were going to be out yesterday, but I had no idea it was so early. And my husband rang me from London and said, do you know? And I said, do you know what? And he said, you've been nominated for a Tony. And I just thought it was such a lovely thing that the person I found out from was my husband in London. I thought that was just marvelous.
I waited
until I saw my British agent phone me, because I wanted her to be the one to tell me, because we've been together since I was 22 and we've been through a lot, so this is our achievement and I wanted it to be with her.
I think great theater needs to be seen always. And Angels in America is great theater, this production is great theater, and I always want to be a part of that. Especially this play at this moment in this country. We need to be saying this loud every night, every night, every night. Angels in America.
In revivals, Edward Albee's Three Tall Women brought director Joe Montello a nomination, as well as its stars Glenda Jackson and Laurie Metcalf. Also nominated, Eugene O'Neill's The Iceman Cometh, and its star Tony winner Denzel Washington, and its director George C. Wolfe.
We got this call from my manager, who was just shrieking with excitement. So it was a nice way to begin the day.
And Lobby Hero, produced by Second Stage. Rounding out the revival category is Travesties, also with the Best Director nomination for Patrick Marber.
It'll all come out in the wash. That's the art of it.
Thank you, Ernabel, Merlin, and Donna. And thank you for being with us. And mark your calendars for Sunday, June 10th for the Tony Awards, live from New York.